All right, well, summer season, of course, it's nectarines and also plums. I'm using both on this. You can use just nectarines or just plums. I have about 5 to 6 you can use after you wash them. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut these into wedges before we mix them in with our other ingredients. So sometimes you're gonna have a very ripe nectarine or plum, and it's a little more soft. So what I tend to do is go all the way to the core or the pit and then twist it, and then we're gonna cut wedges like that, just like that, to get for our nectarines. Plums kind of the same way. They're a little softer. Sometimes they don't split like you'd like to do like that. These are. If they don't, what you can do is you can cut wedges like that and just keep cutting wedges off the side and then again, and leaving your pit in the middle. So that'll work if you can't get either side out from the plums or the nectarines. I'm going to cut all those into wedges and put them aside. We also have a ½ cup of pistachios. I toast them a little bit in the pan, or you can toast them in the oven a little bit. We're going to chop them up. I chopped them up a little bit, but I'm going to chop them some more. So that's a ½ cup. And you're going to get a rough chop on these just to break them up a little bit more. And we put them in with our lovely stone fruit. There we go. This gives you some crunch. It's always good to have a little crunch. Make this salad. By the way, you can have this any time of the day, but we're going to have a little vinegar in it and also a little bit of honey and some turmeric for a little bit of flavoring. So there's our rough chopped ½ cup of pistachios. I toast them a little bit and they're all set. We're going to go in with our fruit. There we go. A little snack there at the same time. So we got that in there. All right. We're going to make our mixture. It's kind of like a dressing, but I want to show you. You take to measure honey, I always put a little bit of oil right there in the tablespoon measure, and you move that around like that, right? And then we put our honey in there, and then it's a little easier for the honey to go out of the tablespoon. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of honey here, right? I'm going to put that in our bowl, our mixing bowl. Look at that. Look how fast it pours out. Pretty fast, huh? So put a little oil in your whatever measuring thing you're doing, and you're good. And there's another one. 2 tablespoons there of honey. Look at that. Comes out fast. There we go. Next, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of our cider vinegar. 1 and 2. Cider vinegar. I'm going to stir that around. It's kind of like our dressing. You could put olive oil in here, but we're not going to do that this time. We'll keep it simple, right? But we're going to season this or spice it up with a little bit of turmeric. And our turmeric's going to be added. That's going to be ½ tablespoon of turmeric. Really yellow, but also flavor in turmeric too. I'm sorry, that was a ¼ tablespoon of turmeric. Sorry about that. ¼ tablespoon. Basically like a teaspoon and a half. There's our turmeric. Whoops. Get all that in there. Smell it too. So now we're ready to add this to our fruit mixture. So we're all set. We have our honey, turmeric, and cider vinegar all in there. We're going to add a little bit of fresh cracked pepper too as well. There's a little fresh cracked pepper. There we go. Now, all you got to do is stir this around nice and easy. You don't have to over mix it, just nice and subtle, or do a folding mixture with a spoon. You can use a spoon and go under and over, just really easy. So this gets better after it sits for a couple hours and marinates, and you can leave it in the fridge. So this makes a great snack. Some people would have this for breakfast, even with the vinegar in it. But really a nice snack or a side item. You get a side item to another, like a chicken or something. Really, I'm telling you, in the summertime, it's great. So that's your mixture right there. Into these rectangular dishes lately. You can put this into a bowl or whatnot. This is just for presentation. Like I said, you're going to do a nice folding over when you mix that. And then, of course, this will last in the fridge for a couple of days, probably like 2 days, 3, and then, of course, your fruit starts breaking down a bit. But You don't want it used too overripe on the fruit because it's going to macerate too much. So you just want to get it just the right time. This is a great salad to make when you have the extra stone fruit around. You're like, what am I going to do? I have this extra stone fruit. You've had it for breakfast and stuff, and obviously a snack, but this way it makes it into an interesting salad, another way to use up stone fruit, especially in the peak season. I'm going to take all that lovely dressing, is what I call it, on the top with the pistachios. And if you wanted to actually garnish this with mint, you could. I'm just keeping it simple, but all the elements are there. And if you taste it and you want a little extra salt and pepper on there, you can too as well.